The gray cat had grown bored with life and had lost his sense of purpose. He decided to join the military. That environment suited him perfectly. He was exceptionally talented. In no time, he became a general.
Come on, boys.
He became feared by his enemies and earned the nickname the Demon of the Battlefield. But one day, he met the white cat. They quickly fell in love. For the first time, he understood what happiness was.
I'll be back.
On the battlefield, he experienced fear for the first time. He was terrified of not being able to return to her. He was wounded for the first time. It was a serious injury that left him unable to walk. He was discharged from the army. The white cat called him many times, but he was too afraid to answer, thinking that she would not like him for what he had become.
I will love you forever, no matter what happens to you.
They eventually lived happily together. The kitten lived happily with his mother. One day she brought home her new lover, a black cat. They got married, and the black cat became his stepfather. But, oh no, the stepfather started abusing the kitten. Despite the mother's desperate attempts to stop him, the abuse only worsened. To protect her child, the white cat helped the kitten escape. The kitten swore revenge. 10 years later, the kitten had grown into a strong, powerful white cat. And he never stopped training. He became the world boxing champion. Now, he was ready to save his mother, so he headed to the black cat's house. Oh no, his mother was still being abused.
What are you doing here, kid?
I'm here to take my mother home.
At last, the white cat knocked out the black cat. His mother was overjoyed to be reunited with her son. The two of them returned home and lived happily ever after. A young orange cat faced daily torment. Led by a black cat, classmates mocked and splashed water at him, leaving him drenched and afraid of water. Determined to overcome his fear, the cat joined the local swimming club. A wise old dog saw his potential. With the dog's guidance, the cat trained tirelessly. Day by day, his strength and confidence grew, slowly overcoming his fear of water. Years of hard work paid off when the cat qualified for the Olympic. He did well in all the races and made it to the final. Backstage, he faced the black cat, his former bully, now a fellow finalist. Those bad memories come to mind. In the grand stadium, the cat prepared for the race of his life, ready to face his past and his rival. In a thrilling final race, the cat won gold, proving his worth. The black cat offered a heartfelt apology.
I'm sorry.
And the orange cat, with a gracious heart, forgave him, grateful for the push to start swimming. Over the following years, the two cats became best friends and rivals, continuing to push each other to new heights. The father was a top F1 racer and the pride of his young son.
I'm gonna take down that white cat.
But one day, a black cat caused a terrible accident by using a modified, illegal car against the rules. Oh my God! His father's car exploded, and the son lost his beloved dad. I'm going to become a racer just like you, Daddy. Driven by grief, he began intense training. 10 years later, he became an F1 racer himself. After enduring rigorous training, he finally faced the race that would decide the world championship.
I'll make him suffer the same fate as his father.
The race has begun, and the black cat keeps attacking the white cat again and again. He finally did it! He is the world champion!
I did it, Father.
In a cozy woodland home, a father cat and his kitten lived happily. The father taught his curious son everything he knew, creating a life full of love and warmth. But one night, their peace was shattered. Menacing shadows approached, and fear filled their hearts. The father cat stood protectively in front of his terrified kitten.
Run!
The father cat fought bravely to protect his home. Despite his efforts, the hyena overpowered him. As the father lay defeated, the hyena greedily rifled through their belongings. Alone and heartbroken, the young kitten wandered the dark forest, seeking shelter and mourning his loss. Crying and running through the rain, he was overwhelmed by despair. Years later, driven by a desire for justice, the kitten grew into a strong cat. He trained relentlessly in the forest, mastering skills and building strength. Now a dedicated police officer, the young cat stood proudly in his uniform, ready to protect and serve. In a dark alley, the young police cat saw the hyena causing trouble. Recognizing his father's killer, he fought fiercely, and his determination led to the hyena's capture. At his father's grave, the young cat vowed to continue protecting others. He found peace and a new beginning, honoring his father's memory. As a handsome black cat was walking through the city,
Huh?
he met a very beautiful white cat. For the first time in his life, he fell in love at first sight.
Can we date?
No.
He never gave up, no matter how many times he was rejected.
Can we date?
Okay, go on then.
She finally accepted his offer. They spent happy days together.
Will you marry me?
Yes, of course.
They got married and were blessed with a child. One day they were driving along. Oh my God, the baby is coming. The car isn't moving because of the traffic jam. The white cat is in pain. The black cat decided to carry the white cat and run to the hospital. He kept running. He managed to get her to hospital. He waited anxiously. A cute kitten was born. The cat family lived happily ever after. One day, he had an argument with his boss.
You're fired.
Oh my God, he got fired. A few months later, he was homeless and walking around the town. He found a wallet lying on the street. But the wallet was empty. He got angry and threw the wallet. Hearing a strange sound, he picked up the wallet again. Oh my God, the wallet had money in it. And every time he tapped the wallet, more money came out. He enjoyed his first meal in days and decided to share the money and food with other homeless people. And so, the magical wallet not only filled his belly, but also his heart, saving the entire homeless community. The two cats were on a honeymoon cruise. Oh my God! The ship started to sink. The husband cat quickly scooped up his wife and carried her onto a lifeboat. They drifted until they ended up on a deserted island, where their survival adventure began. One day, they spotted a ship passing by. They waved frantically, but the ship sailed away without noticing them. Months passed, and as they were out gathering fruit, they sensed something lurking nearby. Suddenly, a bear attacked. The husband cat fought bravely and managed to defeat the bear. Exhausted, they lay on the beach. At that moment, they heard the sound of a ship cutting through the waves. Eventually, they were rescued and headed back home on a ship. Their bond had grown stronger than ever. A young woman and her kitten lived happily together in a small town. She loved and cared for the kitten deeply. However, things changed when she got a boyfriend, and her time with the kitten began to dwindle. As her relationship with her boyfriend grew, the kitten was increasingly ignored. Eventually, she made the heartbreaking decision to abandon the kitten on the street.
I'm so sorry.
The kittens grew thinner and thinner in the freezing cold.
Are you okay?
On a cold winter morning, a kind-hearted old lady found the shivering kitten and gently picked her up, changing both their lives forever. The two lived the most fulfilled lives they had ever known. For the old lady, who had recently lost her husband, the kitten was her reason for living. One peaceful day, the old lady suddenly collapsed. The kitten watched in worry, realizing it had to do something to help. The kitten ran through the neighborhood, desperately seeking help. It finally found the hospital, catching the attention of a doctor. Guided by the kitten, the doctor arrived at the old lady's home and quickly began treatment. The old lady recovered, grateful to the brave kitten. With her health restored, the old lady and the kitten resumed their peaceful life, their bond stronger than ever. The kitten became her hero, and their love continued to grow. The firefighter cat and mother cat lived happily with their mischievous children. The children were fascinated by fire. One day, they found a box of matches in a drawer and started playing with them. Oh my God! The house caught on fire!
Oh no. Help us, please.
I'm gonna save my family.
The father cat heroically saved the family, and the children vowed to become brave firefighters just like their dad. One day, at the shopping center, a kitten found a beautiful dress she wanted. The father saw the price tag, and he gently explained that they couldn't buy the dress right now. The daughter looked sad, but nodded. The father decided to work hard and buy the dress to make her happy. He worked long hours at his regular job, never complaining. Then, he took on a second job, working late into the night, even while his daughter slept. Even though he was exhausted, he always came home with a smile for his daughter. He saved money bit by bit, his determination never wavering. Finally, he bought the dress and wrapped it as a special gift. On the special day, her eyes lit up with joy as she opened the gift. Seeing her happiness made all the hard work worth it for the father.
Thank you, Daddy. Meow, 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 meow.